All right, so this is a little different than most of our recaps. What we wanted to talk about today is the state of the Patriots. Personally, I'm not a bandwagon. I'm gonna stay with the Patriots, but like, man, it's hard to watch them. It's like a 9 to 5.
Okay, so I've been waiting to do this video a while, ever since Sunday, and the disaster that unfolded down at the Razor. It was a complete joke. Derek Carr and the Saints destroying them 34-0. And then you had the Cowboys the week prior. Just a terrible situation.
Our 2 worst losses in franchise history, back to back.
And we have the team to get to and all the issues with them. We will get to that in the other video. But Conrad raised a good point a moment ago, which is no matter what, we still support them. And there's a problem going on in the world right now, and it includes the NFL. All the fans, everything. It's when something is super successful, everybody wants to jump on board. Everybody wants to be a part of it. The Patriots, 6 rings. And the whole fan base, oh, we love the Patriots. The Patriots are great. They're just the best. We love them. And then stuff doesn't go well, and it's, I don't know about the Patriots. Shut up! No. That's not how this works. You have to stick with it. If you believe in an idea, if you believe in a franchise, you have to stick with it through thick and thin. And I'm tired about hearing about all these people saying that, oh, no, hold on, we'll be bandwagon. Oh, it's good. Oh, we like it. No, we don't like it. No, you have to stick with it. I support this team no matter what. We were there last year. We went down to Foxborough. We went down to Foxborough this year, and we'll be back next year.
But, okay, past that just complete rant, I think we have only a couple options here. So the first one, fire Bill Belichick as a head coach and, just let me get through it first. Head coach and general manager. Fire Bill as just the general manager. Bench Mac Jones. And honestly, the last one is tank for Caleb Williams. Those are probably our 4 best options. Which one do you think is the best?
Okay, so with the way that they're at right now, I think Mac Jones is showing that he is not the guy. And what do you have to lose by putting in Malik Cunningham at this point? He's gives the offense a completely different look. I'd like to, you can, experiment around and figure out what other skill position players you have. You have Tyquan Thornton coming back this week. So you can change things up, of course. You have to trust the core that's there. You David Andrews, Matthew Slater, Super Bowl runs and all that. Those are the guys that you're going to have to rely on in the locker room. Have to trust in Bill. I heard Brady talking on the Let's Go podcast with Jim Gray and saying he's like the same coach. He's doing the same stuff. It's just the teams who put in winning, win each week, they put in a lot of effort, and so do the teams who are losing. And they just put in that much more effort, and that's the difference. And so I think it's a little bit bigger of a gap after the last couple games with the Patriots, but
I think at this point, Max lost the locker room.
I agree.
I think the reason he did so well is because in his first year, he totally had the locker room. Mm-hmm. Like, they all believed in him. And at this point, I don't know, he just had a really good game in the first one, and I think that momentum carried us into having a couple good performances. But now after this, I think we're just kind of on a downward spiral. But the issue is, I don't see Bailey Zappi being any better. We don't have any options. We have a terrible O-line, and to be honest, Bailey Zappi isn't that good.
Nope.
People just ride the train because they want to have something to hope for. But to be honest, none of our options are good. Malik Cunningham is at least exciting, but he can't pass. He's not very good at it.
So there's a lot to get to this season. It sucks because you wait so long for football season, and we're 5 weeks in, and it's already over for the Patriots pretty much. That's the way it feels, at least. Stuff can change pretty quickly.
The Cardinals are doing better than us.
But it feels like the season is over. So I think the big topic of conversation is speculation about the offseason. Now, I have 2 pieces of good news in spite of all the crap going on right now. Number 1, the Patriots have the most projected cap space for any NFL team this upcoming offseason. They have a projected, I think it's $110 million to go spend. So Hunter Henry and Mike Gesicki will become free agents. We'll see if they decide to re-sign their tight ends. Probably one of their only positions that overall is decent on their team. they also have decisions to make about, who they're going to bring in and what money you're going to spend for that.
Is Juju on a 1 year or is he on multiple?
He's on 3, I think.
So I think what we do is we drop Henry. Henry's going to cost too much money. Let's be real here. He's having a great year.
I would drop.
I think here, can I say it?
Yeah.
And then you can go. So I think we drop Henry, and with that, I think we try to sell Mac for some shit. It's not going to be good because Mac has not been performing. Hopefully, if he has a couple good games, we can get him for like a couple late rounds. And then what I think is we just go full rebuild. It's just full on. Mm-hmm. I think if we can tanking for Caleb Williams is the next step.
Honestly, yeah, at this point, the team's so good.
Caleb Williams, I mean, as long as we get in the bottom 2, Caleb Williams or Shedeur Sanders is one of ours.
Yeah, you also have guys like J.J. McCarthy over at Michigan. There's
this is one of the best quarterback drafts.
Yeah, for sure. But that's what people said about 2021. We got one of those quarterbacks, and look how it's panned out.
No, but it was a really good quarterback draft. I mean, it was so many strong players.
Trevor Lawrence and who? Yeah. Trey Lance, who was supposed to be the next guy in San Francisco, got shipped out the door for Mr. Irrelevant Brock Purdy. Justin Fields, who was supposed to be good and has just not been good. Mac Jones, who's not been good, or Zach Wilson, who was so atrocious that they had to bring in Aaron Rodgers over the offseason, and now they're stuck with him for the remainder of the season.
Honestly,
because of his ACL.
Personally, I obviously was talking about the Pats, but I think Zach Wilson's won the locker room back. I think he'll be better. But basically, what I was saying is, I don't know. I just don't see us progressing if we continue with Bill's normal way. I don't hate Bill. I think he's still one of the greatest coaches of all time.
Agreed.
And I hate the slander because I don't know. But I just feel like the way Bill works is Bill really, he gets lucky on a couple picks offensively. Like Tom was able to make it work with whatever crap he had, mainly because Gronk carried really hard.
Yeah, and that was another great draft pick.
But I think, honestly, he needs to draft more offensively. Like, I see the appeal for drafting defensively. I mean, look at the Steelers. Steelers are doing great.
Well, he's got, like, Christian Gonzalez, Keon White. He drafted Hightower. He drafted McCourty back in the day.
No, he has amazing drafts. But the issue is that we just don't have the offense to get it going. We don't have Tom Brady anymore.
So he drafts really well defensively, not so much offensively.
I mean, he drafted what? Tyquan Thornton, N'Keal
Harry. I mean, Sony Michel is a little bit more up in the air, obviously. So a lot of people got him hate, but he performed super well throughout that 2018 postseason.
Michel wasn't great, but he definitely wasn't worth the round he was taken, but he wasn't unsuccessful.
The game he had against the Chargers in the divisional round was unreal.
I don't know. This is just a tough situation.
So,
question is, do you think we fire Bill as our GM?
That is up to one man, Robert Kraft, and I don't know what he's going to do. I really don't.
Get a massage. What do you might take the stress away.
All right, so anyway, so they have a lot of money this offseason. They have a potential to fill a lot of holes. I mean, they have Judon, who's still there. They have Christian Gonzalez. They have a lot of good players. But
do you see any upside in trying to trade Judon for a first? I think we could get a first for him.
It depends on his injury. If he comes back at the end of the season and he still looks dominant, then yes. If he's hurt and there's question marks, especially with him being 31 now, I think. I don't know.
What did we get for JC anyway? We didn't get a first. What did we get?
Nothing. He left as a free agent.
Shit, really? I thought we traded.
No, we traded for him to get him back, but when we let him go, we got nothing for him. He was a free agent.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. No, wait. And then he signed with the Chargers for a ton of money, right? And then sucked.
Yep.
That's the Bill Belichick.
He got hurt.
Just like Van Noy.
He got hurt, and then he's been terrible this year, and then they brought him back.
And he's probably going to be good again. And then he's going to run out. He's going to go to another team, and then he's going to suck again.
Yep. So I think it's just how do you spend the money? Because they spent a ton of money, a couple of years ago on Nelson Aguilar, and that didn't pan out too well. So you got to spend your money in a wise way.
Just like cool.
You can spend money, but you got to do it for players who are going to be worth it.
What wide receivers are going to expire their contracts this year?
I don't know. That's something. Yeah, you can pull it up for us, but I mean, I think number one thing is you need a new quarterback. Your defense is okay. I think they're good when healthy.
All right, so Mike Evans, Gabe Davis, Michael Thomas, Marquise Brown, OBJ, T. Higgins, Ridley, Samuel, Jones Jr., Boyd, Pittman, Aguilar, Kendrick Bourne, Matt Collins, Stephon Diggs, Randall Cobb. So I don't think we go for any of the big guys. We don't want to do that. Because, especially Stephon Diggs is going to require so much money. And he's probably going to get re-signed.
Well, we have that money. I don't know, dude, because that whole issue with him and Josh Allen, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, I eyeball, T. Higgins.
Honestly, more than anything, I'm eyeballing Marquise Brown.
I think that the Jaguars are going to end up keeping Calvin Ridley for Trevor Lawrence.
So. I think we could get Marquise Brown for very cheap.
Mm-hmm.
Especially if the Cardinals give up. They give up Murray, like I'm expecting them to do. They're going to go into a rebuild again. And I think that they're going to, if we can get some money, I think that they're not going to try to sign him again. Especially since their offense, I don't know, their offense is decent this year, but they definitely are just mediocre at best. I think Michael Pittman Jr. could also be good.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think probably what we should do is we should let go Mac. Maybe keep Zappy as a backup because he's he's so cheap.
Yeah, but he's got no upside.
That's true. I think we keep Zappy or Cunningham as our backup, and then we roll with picking up a free agent, and then we just try to draft offensively. Our defense isn't the issue this year. It's not great, but it's definitely not the issue.
Yeah, I mean the injury is to your best two defensive players too.
Yeah, Gonzo probably would have won Defensive Rookie of the Year.
I agree. He was on track for it, but it was super early in the season. It's just unfortunate that things unfolded the way that they did. I don't
think it's going to be it's a career-ruining injury.
Oh, absolutely not. He's still super young. It's season-ending, but it's not career-ruining.
Yeah. It's more of a stay-off-it injury, feels like.
Yeah.
Not as much of you exploded your knee like Nick Chubb.
Yeah, his was his shoulder.
Yeah, so cornerbacks, if it was a knee issue, that would be horrible for cornerback, but shoulder isn't as big of an issue.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think honestly, the Pats need to figure some shit out. It's just not working. I don't know what it is. Whatever we're trying to do, it isn't working out, and I don't think firing Bill's the issue, but I think Bill really needs to change up his game plan because we don't have Tom Brady anymore. And yeah.
I agree. And I think that meeting is going to be had between Kraft and Belichick.
Yeah. I still think Belichick is the GOAT of coaches.
Yep.
Andy Reid has nothing on him. And I think that, I don't know, people shouldn't be dropping hate on him. He's still really good. And yeah, Patriots are just trash.
It's just a different era now.
Yeah.
Is the other thing. And him as a GM is different than him as a coach.
Yeah. I really think he's not the best GM. He's
you don't say.
No, I know, but especially but I think he's definitely one of the greatest head coaches of all time. GM, he's probably middle tier.
Yeah, I mean, what you got to look at them going into next season is they're going to have a high draft pick. They'll probably take a new quarterback.
Probably Shador Sanders, Bo Nix, or Caleb.
J.J. McCarthy.
I don't know. I like Bo Nix a little more, but okay.
So one of those guys, they could get a new quarterback. They have the money to fill a lot of their holes. They'll have, hopefully some of these guys from injury will recover smoothly, and then just an easier schedule. If you finish last in the division, you get a last place schedule, which would be a big help for them.
Yeah. All right. I think
that's it.
Thanks for watching.
Yep.